The all-out war between former Charles in Charge co-star Scott Baio and Nicole Eggert shows no signs of letting up. Eggert spoke out again today, standing by her claim that Baio molested her when she was a teenager. And she was joined by another actor from the 80s show who says he was sexually harassed as well.
It's all-out war between Nicole Eggert and Scott Baio.
What was supposed to be the best time of our life was a living nightmare.
Eggert appeared at a news conference today with former Charles in Charge co-star Alexander Polinsky, who played her younger brother on the hit show. Polinsky is now coming forward accusing Baio of abuse. He and Eggert share the same lawyer, Lisa Bloom.
I was sexually harassed by Scott Baio and ultimately assaulted by him between the ages of 12 and 15 years old.
Now 43, the actor says the abuse started after he stumbled upon Baio with Eggert on his lap backstage.
I was so naive, I innocently hopped on his lap, expecting to hear a story about Fonzie or Happy Days. Something awesome. Scott Baio was a hero to me. I was 11 years old. Instead of telling us a story, Scott immediately threw me off him and began angrily calling me.
Polinsky says it got worse.
Scott told me of his sexual conquests with young girls and the co-stars of the show. At the same time, tried to convince me that I was unlovable, defective, and branding me with the most vulgar words for homosexuals that exist. Scott pulled down my pants in front of over 100 people. And on another time, he laughed as he cut a hole in the canvas wall of my private dressing room on set and exposed his genitals to me.
He also claims Baio threw a cup of hot tea in his face. Earlier this month, Eggert filed a police report accusing Baio of sexually abusing her as a minor. Today, she said when she was 14, Baio warned her that both their lives would be ruined if she told anyone about their relationship.
After he first started sexually touching me is when he had that conversation, when that conversation began. And you have to understand, he spoke a lot about loving me. And this was very much like an Elvis and Priscilla situation.
Do you think that you were groomed by Scott Baio?
I was absolutely groomed by Scott Baio.
Baio denies all of the allegations and will hold his own press conference later today.
If you could face him, you and Nicole, what do both of you view as justice?
I want a public apology.
Sometimes a simple apology can just make all the difference in the world.
Baio's spokesperson calls the allegations false, misleading, and sleazemongering.